they get any pushback. I don't want to hear about bugs. Yeah, I was just like, well, okay, I'll just not talk about bugs. But then even after that, he was talking about bugs. So bugs are a big deal. I cannot ignore it.
Not be able to perform, right? It's troll. You'll be fine, man. You'll be fine. But I do have to say, orcs in TBC are disgusting, right? Orc Hunter is disgusting in TBC. I mean, you use your pet a lot more, like even in raids, you're using your pet a lot more and your BM, right? And then in PvP, you're getting a ton of damage from your pet in PvP, so that 5% increase for the pet damage is pretty nice. And then Blood Fury also gives you RAP instead of just AP, so in effect you get value from Blood Fury. Then you get the stun resist, and then you also get expertise, right? The expertise for Hunter, I wasn't even thinking about that. But like, if melee weaving is still, I don't think it is in TBC. Though. You just have that one macro, right, for Hunter. But in the off chance that you melee and you get the expertise too, Orc is nasty, man. Orc is so nasty in TBC. It is nasty. Troll Hunter's better than Orc for PB in vanilla. Yeah, in vanilla for sure, for sure. Troll, I mean for sure for PvE, right? For sure. But for TBC, Troll has, I would say, a significant edge. Orcs are always disgusting. I mean, they're green. Square time. You're a true member of the Alliance, dude. You love the Alliance. Is there a website for tracking HC players to get 60? Oh, yeah. There you go. Here's our community website. It looks sick, by the way. I might even pull it up on stream to show you how sick it looks, because some of you guys haven't seen it in a while. Let me see. Brandong's been going hard, dude. Here we go. Alright, check this out. Check this out, ladies and gents. Shrink it down a little bit. So... there we go. Here it is. Classic HC, death equals delete. If you scroll down, check out these things I made right here. Tell me that doesn't look like a real game, like a real game. Submit clips. Got the little cloudy effects on it. Hardcore. Guilds down here. Look at this. Then we got, you know, Hall of Legends. This is what we're talking about. This tracks the 60s. That veteran up here, people who've done it twice. Only one guy still. All of us other ones down here. Got the merch too. I ordered some. I got one of all the hats because I love hats. I think it'd be like 6 stream gear, so I'm gonna see how they fit. Yeah. Use some add-ons that counts deaths. Well, the expectation is everybody records, right? But there is a classic hardcore add-on, and we encourage people to use the add-on because it helps give us cool data, you know, for the cups and stuff. It tracks all the deaths. If you die, it'll automatically post in guild chat for you. If you use the auction house or mailbox, it'll automatically post. Maybe down the line, or is that? What do you guys think about it? What if down the line maybe people are required to have the hardcore add-on? But the thing is, if you're recording all of it, it doesn't really matter. Ooh, flower. Did they order to Canada or only USA? I'm not sure actually. It says NA, or does it say America? Let me see. US store. Okay, it might be US, possibly. Do you wear flex fit or snapback? I use like Velcro back, so kind of snapback style on my hats. So I like the hats with a little bit of a structure in the front, though. You feel me? Like some of those hats that are floppy in the front, like they don't have any of the hard shell. I think it looks kind of weird. On some people it looks good. On me it looks weird. So that's why I ordered one of every hat to see how they fit. Yo, did you get the Paladin to 60? Nah, he's 46, I think. 46. At this point, no 6 slots. I might have to just buy some, man. Maybe I'll be able to make some potions, though. Let's see.
Come get the voodoo.
Sell all this stuff. Buy some vials.
Good to meet ya.
Buy some 6 slots. Oh, I can't even buy a 6 slot. Yikes. Shoot, man. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna buy 6 slots.
What you looking for?
Alright, let's go do the centaurs now then, huh? Centaurs. Got my bag. No 6 slot pouches, guys. Not that blessed yet. Not yet. Yeah, no bag drop yet. The floppy hats are a knockoff. Gotta have them with the brim. Yo, I really wish we could get new era. You guys know new era hats, like the fitteds. Yo, I wish we could get new era level hats for hardcore with like a big emblem on it with classic HC on it. Yeah, or classic hardcore with text on it. I would wear that every stream. New era, is it true? Yeah, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Yo, I'm back. Yo, I got this Arizona blueberry iced tea. Diet, of course. See how this is. You guys drinking anything good? And some cold beverages. Or hot. Stay hydrated. Cheers, guys. Alright. Let's kill some centaur. I'm gonna kill as many of these scorpions as you can, by the way. If you're in Dirt Dog, especially on hardcore, because they drop a juicy ass array. They drop dry scorpion eye. It's really good. Black Rifle Coffee? Oh yeah, I heard about them. Yeah, they do a good job with their marketing. Damn, we got a guy following us, man. Fucking feels bad, man. What's up, Ashley? Good to see you. Vitamin C and rich water tastes amazing. I like those emergency packs. Oh shit, just when I was talking about 6 slot pouches, can we get some Blessed Run for the blue one too? Second best aesthetic pouch. There we go. Stroke of good luck. There it is. There it is. We got our sticky one too, huh? Put it over here just in case. In case it gets real bad. If a yellow mob is red before you tag it, it's a trap. Yellow mob is red before you tag it. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're saying if it's like a flagged hunter mob or some shit, right? Yeah. Okay. More than the green one? For me, I would rate them red, blue, green. This guy hardcore? No. Oh, dude, he's fighting Warlord Kolkanis? I gotta see this fight. You can take him. Shaman versus him? Oh, yeah, he's whoop-bapping him. He probably has walking stick, huh? I bet you he has walking stick right now. Yes, fishing pole. What a god, dude. Fishing. Well, no, that's no way that's good. 1 DPS? No, that's horrible. What? Alright, you do you, man. Thought he had some big brain fishing strats, dude. Should just buy a walking stick.
For Durata. Strength and honor.
Maybe he has world buffs. Drinking coffee, Coke. Nice, nice. Yeah, this is a nice chill stream, guys. This is exactly what I needed. Thank you for being here. Like, I love what we have. Like, this is perfect. Starting zones, nice music. Leveling warrior, action cam, game looking super turned up. Dude, you love to see it. This is peak. This is peak, like, gaming for here, right here for me. Love this. Orc warrior. Pretty sure that's Shaman? What? What do you mean? This is Shaman? Where's Shaman? His name is Fisherman. This is Shaman? Oh, his name is Fisherman? And he's using a fishing pole? Yo, is this Shaman? Oh, it's another guy from the hardcore community, Bryadan. Oh. I remember Shaman talking about that though, yeah. He was talking about How do you make Durtar not look so effing bright? It's gotta be the reshade settings. This is the thing I'm using, by the way, guys. Reshade. It looks like this in the game. I have some of these settings enabled. Filmic bloom, HDR. You can play with it. It's a lot of fun. It's free. It takes like 2 milliseconds to download it. And it gives you like custom advanced shading in your game. Make it look nice. You can make, you know, some people say the orange in Duratar is too bright for them. You know, that it looks bad. Burning their eyes, some would say. So you turn it down, you can do it. What's it called? Reshade, yeah. Reshade.me, I think is the name for it. If you just Google Reshade, it's literally the top thing. Looks very top. Tell me a class to play? Mage. Nobody in their life ever regret going mage. Until TBC. Then they might regret it a little bit. Isn't that kind of cool, though, in TBC, that the classes that everybody's jelly of right now in Classic, they're still good in TBC, don't get me wrong, right? But, don't get me wrong. See ya. This guy's fucked, dude. God, he's fucking toast. Good night, sweet prince. Good night. And... oh, Shaman saved his ass! Oh, God. Saved his ass, Shaman, or Bryadan.
It's time. Time to achieve what you've worked so hard.
Right? Now fear him. And now drink up. Counts as a little reset. Not only mages can reset. He's healing a bit, that's okay. Very soon I can do it again because I'm disgusting. But I could also do is mana burn him a couple times and he will not have any mana to kill me with. So now I just mind flame till he's dead, or I can fear and drink again if I need it. Or this priest comes and helps me kill him. Anything works. Not that I wouldn't have killed him alone, right? I hadn't for sure. If you could pick between burger and pizza, which pizza topping would you pick? Pizza topping. What was this fruit called? What was this thing called? Pineapple.
It's too far away. It's not ready.
Pineapple. That's the one.
Screenshot is soon. It'll be ready when it's ready. Less than 3. Also with a typo. I don't think that's rude at all. I think that's accurate. I guess it's just not ready yet. I believe Bellular, and I don't think Bellular would fake something like this. So I'll get on board that train. But it's not like it's a shocking or controversial thing. Of course it's going to be ready when it's ready. That statement contains no room for error. Oh man. People like to make a big deal out of things. People just really, why am I dumb? I need to go this way. People really want pre-patch, and it just makes you a little sensitive to everything that could mean it's coming or could mean that it's not coming yet. I understand that it's especially frustrating if you had big plans to play pre-patch and you took time off with the expectation you'd be able to like set characters up and get them leveled. That's tough. It's just kind of one of those things. I'd get a bit short with people asking constantly too. Yeah, I think they deleted it for a good reason. First of all, it had a typo in it, and, you know, can't abide that. And then secondly, as a company, you have a responsibility, I think, to be more professional than just a person. And obviously, Twitter accounts are run by people, but, you know, that was gonna get taken way too far, so deleting is probably the right cause. Although deleting it might make it go farther, you know? You have to make a video about why Blizzard hates us. Blizzard's a company. They don't love us. They're not our friend. They also don't hate us. They don't have feelings. It's not a person. It's a company that is trying to make money, and that may be done with a long-term or a short-term mindset, depending on pressure from shareholders. But at the end of the day, it's not because they don't like you, or they hate you, or they think your dog's ugly. It's because of, you know, it's a company. I think that these things tend to get, I'm gonna look up a word before I use it. No, that's not right. It's very normal to want to project something understandable or human or relatable onto a situation that is frustrating, and I think you end up with a lot of that around these conversations. My dog is ugly. What if my dog is ugly though? I think everybody's dog is beautiful to somebody and ugly to somebody else, but it's probably cute to more people than it's ugly to, because like all dogs are at least kind of cute. Anthropomorphize, I thought of flanderize and I thought of anthropomorphize, and neither of those are entirely correct. I think anthropomorphize is closer. Gift a sub if you get the mount today. Hopefully I get lucky. Let's see. Blizzard does in fact hate me. Why else would I still be farming ashes? It may be a reflection on your values and your feelings towards yourself, but I'm here farming midnight for almost 200 runs, so I am not one to judge you. Unrelated to the whole Blizzard conversation, I was thinking this morning, and these are not new or original thoughts or particularly deep thoughts. I don't want to make it out like I seem that they are, or that I don't want to make it out like I think that they are. But I don't know. I go back and forth on how much I think free will exists. I was considering my own thoughts and stances on things and the motivations and values that drive my own actions, and how, you know, I'm sure some things are a product of your genetics and some things are a product of your upbringing and your experiences. but that the only way for me to truly exercise free will in a vacuum, completely absent from any influence from my, you know, experiences and upbringing and all those other things, would be to just do things completely at random, which isn't, you know, you don't, just for the sake of free will. And my inclination to do that, to prove to myself that I had free will by making completely random decisions, would be something that was a value that I have acquired through my upbringing. So I think that as humans, we're really just kind of running algorithms, you know, with all of the parameters that feed into it, based on the things that we have known and learned and seen. It doesn't mean that we can't change. It just means that we're going to change as a result of the things that we expose ourselves to and that we become exposed to. Oak Shatter, thank you for the 4-month reset. Appreciate it. Percolate with the 16-month reset. Thank you very much. We also had Sinfire with a brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. And Jay Keller with a 4-month reset.
Can't carry any more of those.
I don't know about Free Will, but Free Willy not only exists, but has sequels. I feel like I watched that, but when I was too young to understand it, and now I don't remember anything except for being sad about whales. I've always kind of wanted to meet a whale, but then been, at the same time, upset that the whale will not really understand me. The whale may be smarter than me, and that may, I will never be best friends with a whale, is what I'm trying to say here. Right, for determinism. Yeah, I think maybe just the whole apocalyptic nature of 2020 is making me really insufferable. I'm just becoming one of those people, and they start talking, and you're like, oh, not again. We get it. How concerned are you that Shadowlands will release with a lot of bugs and issues? Not very. Shadowlands will release, and it will contain some bugs and issues. And some of them will get fixed, and some of them will get fixed later. I will probably play it and have fun regardless. I think like free will isn't what we think it is. A lot of what we do is influenced by our environment and experiences. I think almost all of what we do is influenced by our environment and our experiences. And I think that becoming self-aware about that doesn't change that fact, but it can help you make choices about what new experiences are you going to have and what new ideas are you going to be open to, and what digital environment are you living in. Because the things that we expose ourselves to, either, you know, by choice online or the things that the algorithm suggests to us, will have an impact on us, just the same way as having, like, you know, your family think or talk a certain way around you might influence you. It doesn't mean that you'll agree with them, but just having been exposed to them in the first place does make a difference.
Need to get closer.
Philosophy stream hours. It is a little early in the morning for this. Wait, consciousness and not free will, not the same thing. Yeah, I was just a little bummed when it occurred to me that I didn't have free will, because I was kind of attached to the idea that I did. Needed, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. And Boo Ghost NA, thanks for the 14-month reset. It doesn't mean that you don't have choices. It just means that the choices that you're going to make are, you know, they're a product of you and who you are. Doesn't mean that you don't get to make them. It's just that the factors that went into what choice you're ultimately going to make probably already happened, for the most part. Favorite time walking mount? Infinite Time Raver? The Shatrath one. Let me see. Time walking. The Shatrath Eclipse Dragonhawk, very pretty. I was thinking of using that as my priest's main flying mount because I just kind of liked how elegant it was. But Infinite Time Raver, I think, is up there just because of how rare it is. That is the Elite Druid set. Thanks for noticing. If you ever feel dumb, just remember that. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I believe in dumb people anymore. Right? I think that trying to classify ourselves by intelligence is a kind of elitist way to think that I think is more narrow-minded than the people that think that way would like to think. Dungeon difficulty, mythic. How rare is the Infinite Time River? I have it and have no idea how rare it is. The best way for you to get a sense of that is to have a chat with somebody that has been trying to get it ever since it came out, because that mount's been around for a while. They added that multiple expansions ago, I think. I don't remember exactly when, but it's been a while. It's just a very low drop chance from every time walking boss. So people get a lot of attempts in, but it doesn't drop very often for all of that. So the sneaky thing there is that if somebody's like, I want it, and I'm going to count how many chances I have, and they actually grind time walking every time it comes up, you can easily get disgusting numbers of attempts on it and never get it, and then get very upset when they see somebody like me who just runs the anniversary event and gets just kind of lucky. I got it while doing the 12th, or the Cataclysm time walking anniversary event with the Deathwing mount. I just got it out of one of those raids, and I was like, wow, neat. Get a customer service job for a day to reignite your faith in dumb people. I've worked customer service, and maybe it's just I've been out of it too long. I'm just kind of maybe I'm just sheltered because I've been out of retail and customer service for too long. It's been a while since I've worked with the general public. But just because somebody acts in a way that you don't understand doesn't mean that they're dumb. They're doing it for their own reasons. It's just that they've been influenced by different things than you have. Whether that's a good thing depends on what they've been influenced by, and if it's just their crazy uncle's Facebook feed, then that's a problem, but it doesn't mean that they're behaving irrationally. I need my tea towel. I spilled some tea. That's not very smart of me. I was gonna ask, how are your lemon trees? They're good, they're good. I'm debating when I want to bring them inside and also where I'm gonna put them. Usually what happens is fall arrives, leaves start falling, squirrels, I mean they do this all year round, but you know, fall happens, and then I'm like, alright, the weather's chilled out, time to remove the window ACs from the windows, and then I use that extra reclaimed windowsill space to hold the extra plants that live outside in the summer and then come inside in the winter. Lemon trees are one of those plants. It just keeps being not that cold yet. I do need to bring them in before frost, but it doesn't seem like we're getting cold weather anytime soon, so I'm just kind of keeping an eye on the forecast and hoping that I don't forget. Dog is awake. We took our AC out because it was like 55 outside. Now it's in the 80s. We put it back in. Yeah, I like to play chicken with it because I don't want to do that because it's kind of annoying to put back in and out. Usually I want to like do it once per year. So I will leave it in probably a little too long sometimes. I just want to make sure it's actually not going to be any more like 80-degree days. Because, especially in this room, like if it's 80 degrees outside, it'll get to 100 in here just because of the way the sun hits the building. And I need it to not be that hot. Like you know, being uncomfortable while working is one thing, but it will literally kill my camera. Health is renewable, but toasted cameras are not. Anything we need to do while Harvest Festival is active? That's a good question. I don't know. Wowhead guides usually have the scoop. Harvest Festival and retail WoW. It's usually a very small thing. Usually Harvest Festival doesn't really have collectibles. There's some quest lines. Uther's Tomb. You can get little cosmetic items, but they're not collectibles, so I think it's safely skippable. I have an avocado tree that a squirrel ripped out and killed. Oh no! Oh dear. You should 1v1 Asmongold on 3 will. Thoughts and addiction makes folks... I see. I have no interest in debating anybody because I'm not good at it, and I am content to think what I'm gonna think and to peruse other people's thoughts to potentially expand my own on my own time. But I don't want to try to talk anybody into my own way of thinking, and I don't want to be talked into somebody else's way of thinking. I want to do it with so much separation that we're not having a conversation. I want both of us to write articles and then peruse them individually with nobody watching, right? Like I'm not confrontational enough, and I feel like the confrontational setting makes me very not open to new ideas because you don't want to lose, right? Like you're competitive. If you're in a debate, you want to win, which I think is contrary to the spirit of actually listening and having the capacity to learn or change your position. If you don't have that, then it's just two people yelling at each other and people cheering, and that's just unproductive. What's your opinion on the voting mount results? A tragedy. No, I just wanted the caterpillar, but I will be happy enough with the trees. I need the Brewfest Tower, but I slacked the entire week. You can get it. You got it.
I'm excited to have my moderator Kit next to me.
Hi, bestie, the OG mod, Introvert Nits.
We're celebrating mods. They are the unsung heroes of Twitch.
All the cheer modes that you guys are cheering today are going to be matched by Miller Lite.
Remember those Miller Lite cheer modes?
Yeah.
That's all going to you, Kit.
$4,000.
Shut up! I can't cry on the front page. I love this community so much.
You had been playing a lot of Blade, but not anymore. Is that true? Is there a reason? Yeah, true. Blade was the only competitive hero. Did he really see it this fast? 2 frames. Probably check if there is yeah, he's not doing calculus of how much bonus damage it has, though you can see it in a quick view. He wants to know if there's invul or TP. His eye pierces all obstacles. Happy sees in 8K 500 FPS. Blade never has TP, he's checking for invul. He wants to know if Blade is gonna go ham on this statue or not. The great eye is always watching. Guess he's going death back now. Yeah, he brought his ghouls because he can feel an attack coming. Wow, let's hear that again. Blade stole the item. Oh, he silenced the Blade. Oh yeah, Blade stole bone chimes. Well, that's game winning. I mean, I wouldn't have won, I think, but it's probably going to contribute greatly. If Warcraft 3 was an anime, can you imagine how those anime makers would make this fight look? You are already dead. A subhuman speedo. Superhuman, not sub. Subhuman. Superhuman speedo. Coil Nova silence. That's a very early Spirit Walker. Wow, his lightning shield got insta-purged. Unlucky. Yeah, ultimately, lightning orb is quite RNG. It could just decide games whether it's gonna purge at the right moment or not. Hey, how come my Blade is always nearly dead? But when I watch undeads against good Blade orcs, it's like full life ignored and hacking away and killing things. Yeah, critical strike is also streaky. I mean, Vampiric Aura definitely helps a lot. My Blade doesn't get Vampiric. My Farseer Headhunters gets Vampiric. Yeah, Happy's DK has been out of mana 3 times during really crucial periods. And you have to force that. You have to make it happen. And Cooper has. Why doesn't he speak English, Duke Nukem? Why many things? It seems like you never should want to have to pull back your blades even once. If you can't take a fight, and stay in the fight with Blade forever, you shouldn't even want to fight at all. If you need to back paddle because of damage, you've already lost. Even the TC never back paddled, he just fainted when he got Coil Nova, the second Coil Nova of the fight. Oh, very timely block. Whoa! Whoa! Hey, he didn't even take Death Pact. Why do you think that is? Whoa! No, 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 no! He actually gave the invul to the DR. But he's out of lumber because of that 2 ghoul fight. Another very important sequence that you want to have happen is that you want the ghoul fight. You want to force the ghoul fight to beggar their macro. It's kind of like Heroes of the Storm, where if you're against Brightwing or Felstad, you force a 5 versus 5, which forces them to use their global to teleport, and then you could already back off a bit because you've cancelled their macro. The Walker has been very key, and how long has that Walker been in ethereal form? Note how this whole fight, Happy moved his camera only twice. He's constantly centered on the same area without moving the camera at all. Isn't that so romantic, Eugenil? He never gave up on Sylvanas. Who is this orc? Probably the best Blade orc in Europe. Cooper, Russian orc. Been getting a lot better recently. Okay, Walker arrives. I think that's his new Walker, I think. So he just leaves it in ethereal. I mean, what does it really do, he figures? Take 1 Lich attack and nearly dead. Are Sasha 27 and 6 Smurfs of Happy? Yes. Well, that's the downside of ethereal. I guess Happy was fighting with 2 ghouls because he did not take his enemy seriously and wanted to finish this game fast. No, I don't think that's why, mate. It's, didn't you hear that I even predicted he's going to bring his ghouls because he expects a fight? It's a standard move, man. I did predict it after I saw them, that's true. I was wondering whether anyone was gonna call me out on that BS. That's still a damn good prediction, accurate. More of a post-diction, but the point is, I was validating the move. Isn't that enough to know that this is a standard move? He often unsummons Altar, not because he knows he's losing Apersk, but because he knows he's going to Tavern Rebuy anyway if he loses any of his 3 heroes. He considers his heroes holy or unholy, as you wish. Hehe. You think Cooper sets up Expo? I don't think so. I don't think so. Hey, did you guys hear that? Someone dropped a table tennis ball. I thought he lives alone. Is he playing table tennis too? It was 120's cat. Does he have a cat? Okay, Cooper's positioning like he has an expansion, but I don't know if he does. Oh look, he's sending Destroyer to scout it. He wants... Oh. He's like, never mind, I'll just use one reveal. Yeah, that's what I thought. See, I thought he's gonna do long distance mining. I'm validating it with my post-diction. He probably has like 600 lumbers, so he decides he can do long distancing. Amazing guess, thanks. Oh, you got purged. And he's fighting, he doesn't want to fight here, right? Over the woods. Okay, he starts this fight by getting a silence off on both the Tauren Chieftain and the Shadow, but there's two walkers. And he immediately disenchants the silence on the TC. $201. He's not going for an eat. Turns on the Berserker upgrade. Took a Nova, takes a lot of damage, sending them forward for the Banshees. He just lost like how many Headhunters? Look. He loses a Raider to Coil Nova Silence. Then Focus Fire kills the second Raider. He kills a Destroyer. It's 5 foot down Destroyer, 6 foot down Raiders. There's 2 skeletons now. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Berserkers. He turns on Berserker and focuses a Fiend. Loses one to Nova. Gets the next Focus Fire. Goes for a Banshee. Loses his second Headhunter. Then kills a Banshee. Takes another Nova. And I mean, it's nice Nova doesn't go to something else, right? Loses his third Headhunter. And his fourth as he's running to the back line for the Banshee. And the Headhunter, the fifth Headhunter dies as the Banshee dies with the help of the blade. So he lost 5 Headhunters, killing 2 Banshees, essentially. Though they did contribute greatly to killing the Destroyer. Meanwhile though, his heroes were going ham. He's not even doing a lot of war stomps actually. Is he saving them on purpose? He's barely using his hero mana. No Windwalk, no Stomp, no Hex, no heal. What? Very precise silence, not removing the Stomp. So just save mana until the end of the fight? That's it? That's the tweet?
Destiny awaits. Watch out.
We're under attack! What you want me to do?
Yeah.
What you want me to
My
go?
eyes are open.
What? Anything just for you, Daddy.
Do you need my
Who you want me to
counsel?
kill?
Yeah.
What you want me to do? What you want me go? What you want me go? You Daddy. We're under attack! What you want me to do? Who you want me to kill? What you want me go? Can't build there. Who you want me to kill? Just for you.
My eyes are open.
What you want me to do?
Destiny awaits. Believe
Attack!
my eyes are open. Yeah. You need my counsel.
We're under attack! What you want me go? What you want me to do?
My eyes are open.
Blood and thunder.
You need my counsel. Look out.
Who you want me to kill? What do you want?
Destiny. It is.
I'm ready. Roll on. Yes. What you want me to do? We're complete.
Do you need my counsel? Of course. Watch out.
What you want me to do?
My
What you
eyes
want me to
are
go?
open.
Research complete.
Destiny.
What you want me to do? Who you want me to kill?
Watch out.
What you want me to go? Who you want me
You
to
hear
kill?
my counsel.
What you want me to do?
My eyes are open. It is.
Why? You got it.
Watch out. You need my
Who you
counsel.
want me to kill? We're under attack! What you want me to go? What you want me to do? What you want me to go?
My eyes are open.
Who you want me to kill? It's back for you. Who you want me to do? We're complete. What you want me to do? Anything you want. Who you want me to do? What you want me to go? We're complete. What you want me to do?
My eyes are open.
Not enough mana. What you want me to go?
Not worth it.
Who you want me to do?
TP and double headhunter, not worth.
What you want me to go? What you want me to do?
My eyes are
Mess with the bad guy. What?
Destiny.
Who you want me to kill?
Watch out.
What you want me to do?
It's cool to get the aura, but it's not worth. It can be worth it late game if you don't die early.
What do you want? Yes. Who? What you want me to do? What you want me to do?
My eyes are open.
Who you want me to kill?
Destiny.
What? What you want me to go? What you want me to do? What you want me to go? What? Who you want?
My eyes are open.
What you want me to do? Who you want me to kill? Excellent. What? All my ancestors. None. We're under attack. All my ancestors. Excellent. None. Man. None. Something you're doing? I can. We're under attack. Our town is under attack. Man.
My eyes are open.
Who you want me to go? Who you want me to kill? Try. What you want me to do? What you want me to go? We're under attack. What do you want? What you want me to do? Attack. What you want me to go?
Look out.
What? We're under attack. What you want me to go?
Try. It is.
What you want me to do? What you want me to do?
My anxiety got really bad after I started vaping, and I was never an anxious person before. I started having panic attacks. I couldn't really breathe, like my heart was beating so fast. At first, I didn't think it was that addictive. I thought I was kind of stronger than it, but soon I realized like it was holding kind of a power over me. I was always craving more and more, like it was never enough. When I quit vaping, I had a lot more energy. I'm someone that has done it, and it's not worth the consequences that are gonna come.
You know, it's not the bougie one. Yeah, here it is. I'll link it for you. I don't have an affiliate link or anything like that. I'm really not trying to shill this past just trying to make a good recommendation for a chair. Here is the chair, if anybody cares. It's probably best bang for your buck chair you can get, just because it's less than half the price of a secret lounge right at 400. And I'm in it right now. It feels rock solid. You know, some chairs you put the sides on of it, the sides on, and then it feels kind of wobbly. This one doesn't feel like that though. How would a WoW dungeon challenge work? It would, in my mind, it would pretty much be like a marathon. Or anybody ever here ran a 5K before? Type something in the chat if you ever ran like a 5K or a 10K or something like that. You know how you get a number and then it's just a personal time and you have to cross the finish line and they stop, you know, they give you your time. It's probably going to be something like that if we did a dungeon challenge. So you're trying to race to complete Wailing Caverns or Dead Mines, and you probably have to 2-man it because 3-man leveling it feels really bad in practice. So I would assume you'd have to 2-man it. Maybe a race to clear that, and then as soon as you finish it, they give you your time and stuff. I like both. I learned certain comms. It would be interesting if you did duo solo at once. Thing is, I think, yeah, maybe. Let me see what you guys think. You guys aren't making this easy for me, man. It's kind of close. 55 to 37. 55 to 37. I mean, personally, I'm just thinking from the player perspective. As casters, it doesn't really matter that much. Press Scorpid Eye! Yo, we just won the Powerball. Look at that, 95 copper. The treasure of Duratar. Try Scorpid Eye. 1 silver. Net worth increase. Would love to see it. Okay, let's go turn this in. But, okay, from the player perspective, thinking about having to play straight, WoW straight for 8 hours, I just feel like doing that, because we're social beings, you know, doing that in a duo, to me personally, sounds 10 times more fun. But, I don't know. If I had to sit there for 8 hours, it would be fun, don't get me wrong, I'd be watching the stream the whole time and stuff like that, but if you were a duo, man, that's like the best of times. You have funny banter back and forth, and trio isn't bad. They're slow burst, but you can go for all the elite quests. Just do horde only 2-man RFC challenge. You could. That'd be probably over pretty quick though. Maybe not. Sorry, dogs. I'll mute myself for a second.
Blood and thunder. Dabu. Loktar. Go forth to victory. May your blades never dull. Loktar. Strength. Speak, friend. Be safe.
Oh shit, my bad guys, I'm muted, my bad. Sorry about that. Those my dogs. That's why I muted myself. Yo, sorry about that. I was saying, guys, I have this tiger's eye, right? This is making me feel a certain kind of way. I kind of want to go engineering because of this, but what do you guys think? I always go engineering. I already have a decent start with herbs and potions. Like, talk me down from the ledge if you think that this is a bad idea to go engineering. I don't know, the target dummies are sick. Alchemy is great, though. It's super good. I always do engineering.
What do you need?
I guess talking me down from the ledge, too, is that this tiger's eye sells for a silver. It's pretty damn good. You can use it in BS. I would say go engine unless you get Swift the Spot recipe. Thing is, you have to realize, right? Nifty stopwatch is insane in hardcore, and you get that with alchemy. I have to keep reminding myself that when you go alchemy, it means you get nifty. So even if you don't get Swift the Spot, you'll get nifty, 100%. And nifty is huge. I mean, you don't really get any trinkets in hardcore. Maybe I just stick with alchemy. I'm talking myself down off the ledge. What's up? You redeemed the Sing? Oh, sorry, Tactics. Did you really? I couldn't even see it. Where is it? Yo, screenshot? I don't see it, Tactics. There's a chance I might have to do some cringe singing. Oh my god, he did. Alright guys, apologies in advance. Could sing a Christmas song. Somebody said Christmas song. R&B, country. Could sing some country too. Sing a song about hardcore over here. Johnny Cash. We can sing some Johnny Cash. His songs aren't too melodic, but we can. Alright. What Johnny Cash song should we sing? Let's see. Apologies in advance for anybody who didn't sign up for this type of content. Johnny Cash Tactics is doing it to me. Let's see. Folsom Prison Blues. Wanna sing that? I walk the line. Fry, cry, cry. Fry, cry, cry is good stuff. Alright, let's go Folsom Prison Blues. We'll get it over with. Sip of this. Turn the game music sound off? Okay. Alright, there we go. It's off, right? Got the lyrics right here. I'll knock it out. Apologies in advance, guys. I hear the train a-comin'. It's rolling around the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. And time keeps dragging on. Hold on. I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on, but that train it keeps a-rollin' on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't you ever play with guns. Well, I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that lonesome whistle, I hang my head and cry. I think I scuffed it, sorry. Can't one take Jake, Johnny Cash. Might do another one. That was pretty scuffed. Everybody knows where you go when the sun goes down. I think you only live to see the lights of town. I wasted my time when I would try. 'Cause when the lights have lost their glow, you'll cry. You're gonna cry, and you'll cry alone. When everyone's forgotten and you're left on your own, you're gonna cry.
Loktar. Dabu.
Got that old school vibe going, love it. Thanks. I mean, Johnny Cash is probably my favorite artist. Listen to IRL. I love Johnny Cash. He's just an absolute legend to me. So can never come even remotely close to the god, but. And there's a view, and everybody left. Twitch went down like 50 viewers instantly. It's alright. It's all good. Thank you for the 100 Neotitus. Appreciate it. Ooh, 4-slot bag. Alright, let's get first aid. And warrior abilities. Can you play banjo, guitar? I can play the piano a little bit. Play a little bit of guitar in youth, but not much. Warrior trainer.
Strength and honor.
Hamstring. Do we get T-clap? Guys, do we get T-clap? Might as well, right? What if we're fighting 3 targets?
I don't know how he died, if he was MC'd or not. Consider joining a guild HQ for Rogue. Not really.
If you vape nicotine, you could be inhaling toxic metals like nickel, chromium, and lead that can damage your lungs.
I don't drink it with milk. It's just that the variant of flower, or the variant of plant that makes it, has a vaguely milk-like, like a smooth taste to it. It always tasted a little bit more like popcorn to me, but it was nice. Pepper's sleepy? Me too. Me too. I'm gonna have to make sure I don't have a gigantic lunch, because that's the kicker. I can usually be pretty peppy and alert and on top of things from like morning until lunchtime, even if I didn't get a great sleep. Like I go for a walk first thing in the morning, fresh air hits you in the face, you're up, you're ready to go, and then I'm awake for a while. But the food coma, the lunchtime food coma, wrecks me. It's a very fine balance between not eating enough and being hungry later, or eating too much and then being just exhausted. And I found that I've got breakfast figured out. Every morning I eat oats with fruit and chia seeds and flax. And it's delicious, it's delightful. I get some variation because I use different fruit. Right now I'm on blueberries. Blueberries are my favorite for that, but also sometimes raspberries, sometimes cherries, sometimes strawberries, sometimes mixed berries. Fruit and oats. Good breakfast, keeps me full, doesn't wipe me out, and then I get to eat some fruit. Problem solved. I don't mind eating the same thing every day for breakfast. Dinner, you know, we can go either way on dinner, but dinner I usually like, you know, we hit enough food groups. And it doesn't matter so much if I get like carb overloaded at dinner and then fall asleep, because at least it's nighttime. But lunch torments me still. Also, lunch is hard to like make time to make properly in the middle of the day, and whenever it's rushed, the consequences are just devastating. Zarlin, thank you very much for the 4-month resub. Zarlin Gaming, thanks for all you do. You make my workday go by much faster. Gee, that. Thanks for bringing me into the workforce. Also, Juicy Fruit with a 7-month reset. Hope you have a great day. Can we look forward to Castle Nathra raid guides in the near future? You can look forward to Castle Nathra raid guides before Castle Nathra comes out. And after dungeon guides. I have a plan. It may be an over-optimistic plan, that remains to be seen, but the boss guides will get done. I can promise you that. What's your dog's name? That's joking. Salt is my weakness. I like salty food. It causes bad food comas. Does it? I didn't know that. I always thought my food comas were related to eating. I guess maybe it is salty food. Carbs usually, like refined carbs, for me and my body, are a bad idea in the middle of the day. If I'm gonna eat grains, and I do eat a good amount of grains, and they work for me, but I need them to be whole grains. I need to go for like the brown rice, you know, the quinoa, the real earthy stuff, because that it takes me longer to process that. It doesn't wipe me out as fast. But, you know, whenever I get lazy and I do like a frozen food, that usually wrecks me, and maybe it's the salt. I know that ramen is a terrible idea for me for lunch, because ramen also makes me feel awful later, but I always figured it was just because the noodles are too refined, and I just, it's just as wacky than my blood sugar. Grants, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Pasta is the worst, but also the best. I adore refined carbs so much, is the problem. I love pasta, I love garlic toast very much, and it's just not the same with whole grain bread. It's not what I'm looking for. I want buttery, garlicky toast, sometimes on sourdough, you know, sometimes on like baguette, sometimes French bread, but like, you know, I want it to be a certain way. And I just have to accept that not everything I eat is going to be good for me, and I just have to find, you know, the moderation and make sure I'm also eating vegetables. Today, I am going to...
Macro for auto attack? Start attack macro? It's really simple. I mean, just... this one's a little bit more complicated. It's a heroic strike. We should still use this, though, if you're using it for heroic strike. This is how you can start attack with heroic strike, but also cancel if you don't need to kill something, if it's going to be overkill or whatever. It's also how you heroic strike Q. With your main hand weapon. So you just do / start attack before whatever you want to put in the macro. Rogue the easiest hardcore? I don't think it's the hardest, but I also don't think that it's the easiest. Just because they're very squishy. If you pay attention, if you lose focus and you're not paying attention, you can just fall over as a rogue. You do have a lot of defensive options, but they require you to use them, right? And sometimes you know, after playing for so long, you just may slip up. Vanish can fail. You're weapon dependent, gear dependent, unlike some of the caster classes. So I don't know if it's the easiest, but I also don't think it's the hardest. It's tough to do the rankings. It's hard in every single class, but the one that sticks out is exceptionally hard as Warrior, I will say. Hunter is easiest. I don't even know, man. I really don't know. If I had this, like if I said, if I had a gun to my head and someone said, you have to save your family from a, you know, from a house fire or something, you have to hit 60. Like everything's on the line, you know, you have to do it. I think the safest way to get to 60 is be Paladin. Absolute safest, which means, you know, some would consider that the best class in war. Just being able to heal yourself with no pushback seems better than anything. It's gonna take you forever to level though, and you know my Paladin is taking a long time to level, but it's pretty safe. It's tough to die as a Pally. Hunter? The thing is, man, like a hunter though, if your pet dies, it can go south quickly. Like your pets die kind of frequently. Feign death can get resisted, obviously. You know, as soon as your pet goes down, you're in trouble, man. Things go from 100 to 0. Quickest class to level. It's probably Hunter or Mage. In a hardcore environment, just in general, like we thought for many years it was Hunter, right? Hunter was the best. But it turns out that it's actually Mage. That's just playing normally. In hardcore, still probably Mage, I guess. Tommy Salami is the only one that's doing kind of a speed run right now in hardcore. What is your highest hardcore? I got to 60 on a rogue, man. Chael doing good, bro. Love to see it. Vobka, yo, my man. Thank you. Good to see you, man. Yeah, I saw you playing hardcore the other day, bro. So good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Vobka, wow, ladies and gentlemen. This is a new streamer that's been streaming hardcore. He's mainly a PvP big brain, Thunder Fury wielding rogue, compilations, all that good stuff, and he actually is giving hardcore a shot, which is really cool. You'd love to see it, so throw him a follow if you guys want to see more. More streamers get involved and stuff. This music is so nostalgic, for sure, brother. I love this music. That's one thing I always wondered, guys. Like, how much of the budget of making a game did Blizzard allocate towards music? I wonder. Because you ever see those videos where it looks like they have a whole orchestra of people, like 50 people with like cellos and violins and all this stuff to record music? That stuff can't be cheap. To hire those people to do a bunch of takes and record original scores and stuff. Did they spend millions of dollars on music? I wonder. Have you had the Travis Scott burger? How people keep asking about that. It looks good. No, I haven't. They just took a quarter pounder and put pickles on it, right? Or is there something different? I'll tell you the Cargo's order at Mickey D's. The Mickey D's Cargo's order is actually nuggets, 20 nuggets, and a fish fillet. Call me crazy. I kind of actually like the fish fillet. There was a time where it was terrible, but they kind of brought it back a little bit recently. That's it. 20 nuggets, fish fillet. I guess fries are good too. I could eat some fries. But maybe 10 nuggets, fries, fish fillet. That's it. Love the in-game music that's playing right now. Oh. I just threw up a bit. Damn. The fish fillet ate. 20 nugs, large fry, done. Yeah, that's not a bad way to go for sure. Nice Diablo style help. I appreciate it. Only person I've ever seen that actually likes the fish fillet. Be honest though, when's the last time you tried it? You probably tried it back in like 1999 and never gave it another shot. To be honest, man. When's the last time you actually gave fish fillet a shot? McGangbang? 10 nuggets, hot mustard. What's a McGangbang? Mickey D fries are S tier, but everything else I don't know. The thing about Mickey D's fries is they go from delicious to like borderline inedible as soon as they cool down to room temperature. They like harden and like recombobulate into like packing peanuts. You gotta eat them when they're hot and fresh, or else no point. If you split open a McDouble and put a McChicken in it, there's no way you're gonna try to convince me that you can go to Mickey D's and order secret menu McGangbang. You're probably gonna get kicked out of the store, bro. Secret menu at In-N-Out though, yeah. Animal style, all that stuff. Bro, I'll back you up on the fish fillet. Before I was on cholesterol medicine though. Yeah, thank you, man. Got a little bit of love for the fish fillet up in here. Fish fillet is great. Hell yeah, I got some fish fillet bloomers in the chat. Fish fillet's not bad. Where are some eggs? You're telling me there's no eggs up here? There's usually like 2 eggs up here. You're telling me there's no eggs here. Come on now. Maybe these guys take the eggs. What happened with the paladin? He's still kicking. Just switching it up a bit. Miss me with that fast food in general? I mean, yeah, man. If you can do it, you have the discipline to totally avoid it and cook all your food 100%. The thing about eating, too, guys, is if you cook your... It's so true when they say like fast food and junk food doesn't fill you up. That is so true. I mean, anybody like who's kind of... Some of you know what I'm talking about. Like, if you cook yourself up... Okay, so you can go to Mickey D's right now, probably get 20 nuggets, burger, fries, Coke, finish the whole thing, right? That would be how many calories? 2,500 calories, right? Let's say. If you cooked up 1,500 calories worth of straight up eggs with like lean ham or lean meat in it, I'm talking just 1,500 calories, but comprised of primarily protein, you would get like a mountain of food in front of you, and you wouldn't even come remotely close to finishing it. You know what I'm saying? If you just went like 12 eggs, you would have a colossal amount of food. Or if you start mixing in some veggies in there too, you would eat that and feel absolutely, categorically stuffed beyond belief. Yeah, you gotta get these in 2,500 calories each. It's no way it's near 2,500 calories. I don't know, 20 nuggets, that's gotta be like 1K calories, fries, probably 500, 750. Then like a quarter pounder, like a burger on top of that. I'm thinking that's over 2K for sure. And we're not getting some small size fries, bro. We're getting some large fries, of course. Table steaks. Deep frozen pizzas 1K? Yeah. Hey guys, great question for you. With knee plates, how do I tell the tier of the monster? It's hard to explain that stuff. Thanks, man. You just have to tinker with it. You'll get there. This is... I can't find an egg to save my life. I eat 6 eggs, entire peppers, carrots, almond, cranberry juice every morning, and I'm still hungry. I mean, yeah, everybody's different. You might have the metabolism of the gods. It's possible. You see some of the people who are the super eaters on those competitions. What's that one Japanese guy? He's like skinny as a rail, but he's eating hot dogs like Skittles. He's like dipping them in water to make them more aerodynamic and lubricated as he eats them. You know, you never know. Some people just high rolled with the genetics, metabolism, and all that. Is this duo? No, this is solo. Love me a fish fillet. Get the double fish fillet. Is that secret menu? Never heard of that. Hot dogs are disgusting though? Depends, man, depends. What kind of hot dog are you talking about that's disgusting? Because I like me a New York soubrette. Those are pretty good. Soubrette on that bun. Little mustard. How do you guys have your mustard? Your hot dogs though? You guys have mustard or ketchup? Or both? I like a New York soubrette. I like a Costco hot dog. That's best in class value, right? The Costco hot dog deal, unparalleled value. If you were homeless or whatever, that's got to be what you eat, right? Costco, $1.50, massive hot dog, and a refreshing fountain soda for like $1, $1.50. Mustard, onions, and relish. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, I like mustard, onions. Hot dog. Or just straight up ketchup. What up, Rex? Good to see you. Mustard, ketchup, fried onions. Ooh, fried onions. Can't beat Costco hot dog or pizza. Yeah, their food court is legendary value. Also, though, you know, you're saying this American chat, the Europeans have a very different idea of a hot dog, right? Like, you don't go to Europe, like Germany or Czech Republic. You couldn't even get away with selling a soubrette there, I bet. Soubrettes, if you guys don't know, if you've ever been to New York, you guys know what soubrettes are? The brand is soubrette. You know, some people call them water dogs. You know, they give the big metal truck container, like boiling water. You get the hot dog sitting in there. In Europe, in the Czech Republic, in Germany, and some of these places, they have the bratwurst style hot dogs. You know, like they're much thicker. They split them open, kind of. Those are next level too. Denmark is the place to go for hot dogs. Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite things to do when I was in Germany, I was in Berlin, man. I kept eating those currywurst hot dogs. They take a little bit of... What kind of curry is it? It's not Japanese curry. It's some kind of curry they put on the hot dogs. It's mad good. The thing about Germany I'll never understand is the fixation with sparkling water. Yeah, I didn't really hear too much about that when I was over there. One thing I liked about the Czech Republic is, because I worked over there, I did a semester abroad in Czech Republic. The thing that was crazy to me, well, first of all, for the Americans in the chat, you may not know this, but beer in the Czech Republic, at least, it might be the case in Germany too, is cheaper than bottled water. Now, for you Americans out there like myself in the cities and stuff, you spend $7 for a beer, right? Something like that. I'm talking probably $1 for the cost of the beer, and it's fresh beer that has a really high turnover because they drink it so much, and they even drink it during like a work lunch or something. I am from Germany, and you were right. Currywurst is fire, yeah. Oh shit, Voodoo Troll, half health. Half health. This might be bad, I might have the potion here. Got my finger on the potion. Oh, dodge, that's bad. 38% healing wave. Oh, this is bad. I have the potion here. Yo, this is actually really bad, guys. This is actually really bad, okay. I'm doing okay right now. Actually, I gotta put this shit on the bar. Hamstring on mouse roll up. T-Glab on 5. Yeah. With Tactical Apple. Europe has cheap beer, but America has legal weed. Oh, is it not decriminalized or legal over there in weed? I feel like it's legal over there, right? Like, what about like Amsterdam and Budapest, or whatever, you know, like all those places. Brioche bun, fried sausage, ketchup, mustard, remoulade, raw onions, fried onions, sweet pickled cucumber. What kind of bougie ass hot dog is that? I love it though. It sounds. What is a remoulade? What is remoulade? I watch enough cooking shows. I feel like I should know this. Remoulade. Is that like an aioli? What is an aioli? A sauce? Remoulade is relish mayo. Oh, okay. Oh, chest. Let's go, dude. 4 potions. I actually don't even need potions. What I get? A bunch of grays, shiny apples, man. Alright, so it kills Alazan. A lot of like minced pickles mixed with mayo and stuff. That sounds really good. I'm not like, wait, European people eat fries with mayo, right? I know Americans give Europeans a lot of shit, but you guys are pretty woke about that. That's pretty next level. I like fries and mayo. Fries and mayo is pretty delicious. Aioli is just fancy mayo, so you're telling me remoulade and aioli are just fancy mayos. Okay. Where the hamstring kite isn't that Solo Warrior Abyss? It's probably technically better, yeah, but I'm just kind of just chilling. And some mobs, it's a liability to try to like S-key around and stuff because you could ass pull stuff. So, but there are certain times you definitely want a hamstring kite. You're really trying to outvalue a mob.
Go forth to victory. Ho ho.
Garlic mayo? Yeah, garlic mayo slaps.
What do you need?
What's the best kind of sandwich, guys? What's the best sandwich? You only eat only one sandwich for the rest of your life. Are you going with the triple decker bacon club or chicken? Are you going with sausage, egg and cheese, bacon, egg and cheese with hash browns in it? Are you gonna go with Italian combo? You gonna go with prosciutto mozzarella? A lot of good options. Tuna? Philly cheesesteak? Okay, I forgot about that one.
This was such a weird fight.
For the horde.
much. I feel like he could be doing way more ritual into Nova.
Our forces are under attack.
60, dude. Fuck it, dude. Do I have to be in combat? Yeah, I'm fucked. I can't do this quest then. I'm deadly serious, you know. I'd rather be known as God Gamer Andy than Rich Andy. Exactly, man. Clout is more important than the money.
Should I pull this guy over here a little bit? Throw a hamstring up on him. Okay. Next troll over here. Oh shit, then a raptor? This is bad. This is like really bad. The raptor fucking slaps. We need to go in the water right now. Right now we can't win this actually. If this guy comes in the water, I can kill him. The raptor though? No way. Come on. Oh, don't leeway me. Oh, I am seriously fucking trolling right now. Okay, 65 health. I should be able to kill him, right? I have potion. Let's go. Raptors are afraid of water? Yeah, yeah. Animals don't really follow you in the water. A lot of these humanoids do, though. So you should use that in your back pocket. If you ever pull too many animals, look for a water source. There might be another spawn over here. They put shredded cabbage on tostada. Yo, tostadas, the Mexican sandwich. That's another one that's amazing too. I used to live in kind of like a blue collar Hispanic town in New York for a little bit. And they had this one, it was like a really blue-collar deli called, dude, I can't believe I'm blanking on the name, but like to the point where they didn't even speak English when you go in there. Like they kind of did, but they would much prefer you speaking Spanish. And their tostadas were just next level. And cheap too. It was like $5 for like a tostada the size of your head. Oh no, you know what it is? It's not tostada, it's torta. Torta is the Mexican Spanish, not tostada. What's a tostada? That's like a burrito or something. My bad. You know what's authentic Mexican food, by the way? Whenever you see radishes. You see radishes all over the place, you know it's the real deal. They love radishes. Whatever happened with the paladin and the priest? I just wanted to switch it up, my man. I wasn't feeling it. Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. I want to go back to my Zozo roots. My paladin, everybody that's come in contact with my paladin has died, my man. It's the cursed run. Grays died in SM with me. Kigo died in Ulda. Nam died shortly after. Tostada is toast. Tostada is a disc of crispy fried tortilla covered in beans and cheese. Okay, I got you. What you come to Mexico, I'm taking you to the best tacos in the world. No cap. Hell yeah. Where are you from in Mexico, man? You know, I went on my honeymoon. I went on my honeymoon in the weirdest place. You would never think, man. I went on my honeymoon in Guadalajara. That's the Jalisco. That's in Jalisco, right? Got the cartels and all that. Not the most safe place ever to go for a honeymoon, but we always wanted to see it. We got friends there. This is a weird situation. I have all the voodoo trolls. I just need hex trolls now. Is there a preferred server to do hardcore on? You can play hardcore on any server you want, my man, but most of us on NA are here on Bloodsail. I would recommend it because it's just more fun when you have more people that you're playing with, right? And you can do dungeons a little bit easier. But you do you, man. You can even do it on PvP server if you feel so inclined. I'm in Mexico City, coach. Guadalajara, Jalisco, Tequila, capital of the world. Yeah, I used to live in Mexico City when I was a tiny little baby. You guys know in Mexico City, it's probably the case in China too, I'm guessing. But in some of those places, you can only drive on certain days, right? You get a license with a color code on it, like you get like a green or a red license. And that means you can only drive on certain days because it's too crowded. Has there been a 1 to 60 hardcore run on PvP server yet? No, there hasn't. And the other thing too is we still have not seen a hardcore 60s duo, guys. Okay, let me ask you guys some chat. So 300 teams plus signed up for the duo cup. Let's say 150 participated, right? Let's say half showed up. I don't know how they calculated this, but the production guys calculated it. Guess what the mortality rate of the people who participated is? Guess what % of teams died during the hardcore duo cup? I'll get your guesses. Yo, Malimnia, thank you so much for the tier 1. Great community and great cup. Had a lot of fun last weekend. Yeah, it was awesome. I'm sorry you died in that. In that way, you died to the coal car, right? The centaur, right? I was cool with that. Oh, not 95. That's too much. But it was 74%. That's a lot, right? I mean, going into the Duo Cup, I kind of thought that there would be a chance that people wouldn't die and it wouldn't be as exciting because we wouldn't have as many death clips, right? Healing, you know, some people might go double healer. The overwhelming majority of people died in Duo. It's pretty sick that the game is still strong enough to kill people in Duo, right? I bet a lot happened in the last 1 to 2 hours. People pushing it. Yeah, true. Okay, let's look for let's need a fur, an egg, and I need a fur. I don't want to go over to Tiger Island. This over here is Tiger Island. For those of you who know, follow me for a while. If you ever need tiger furs over here, go over here. It's all tigers. And I still need an egg. I think I need a hex troll too. Two hex trolls, alright. A lot of people treated it like a sprint rather than an endurance race. It was a lot of fun though, man. Watching those clips, it just brings such a nice feeling. When you watch some of the banter between the people, it really feel like people were having such a fun time doing the duos. And that's when I think about doing a duo cup or a solo cup next. My gut says that a duo cup is more fun to play in, and that the people, it feels like you're really putting on something really fun for the people playing in it. You're creating memories, you know, with a friend. You know, you'll never forget that you did a duo cup with one of your friends. Like, you'll never forget that. But at the same time, you know, somebody has a duo that a person that they can play with. But I still think you probably could find one. Maybe that'd be an opportunity to find somebody to play with and build a new friendship or something. Do it, yeah. And the clips, the standalone clips in the duo, I think are just in a league above the solo ones, just because you get to hear the banter, the commentary. I'm still laughing about Bill. Yeah, you wouldn't get the Bill clip in solo, right? Like, you wouldn't get that Bill clip. You fucking killed this Bill. But we'll keep polling and keep getting feedback from people. Let me see the results of this last one. I'm gonna put the straw poll in the chat one more time if you guys want to vote. We're trying to get some feedback for the next cup. If people like solo, if they like duo. There's also an option to do maybe a dungeon race type of event. But I just want to get a sense of where everybody's at with regard to like, which format you think like is more fun to play, fun to watch, all that. Thank you, I appreciate it. Okay. 2x trolls. And that's it. Yeah, 2x trolls. Okay. Sweet. Fishing events. Duo is really more fun to watch, at least for me. Okay. No, it's. I mean, that feedback is super juicy.
Really odd.
Mistakenly went to the left side thinking it was a reactor when it was oxygen, and I found delays.
How may I say it? How can I help? Yes, we're under attack! Blood and thunder! Say the word. I want to go down, man. What you want me to do? Our hero has slain. Do you need my counsel? What? Where can I help you? What you want me to go? What? What? Anything what you want me to do? But you won't. Yes, direct. Not enough mana. You're secret. Go forth. What you want me to do? What? Something that's ready to ride. Yes, Deacon. What's wrong? Something, kid. How can I help? Say the word. Yes. Watch out. Direct me. You need my counsel. Yes. My eyes are open. Destiny. Yes, Lord Chief.
Like I said, if you get both Watcher Ward, the most dangerous thing is getting massively attacked.
My eyes are open. What should I do?
Forced to give up. Massive attack.
Yes, how can I help? Say the word. Who you want? Yes, Lord Chief. Where you want me to go? That'll be good choice. How can I help? Is believing. It is. Need something? Straight. Yes, Lord Chief.
Didn't see him come through. Cool adaptation, Dark Ranger 2nd, very useful against mouse headhunters. No, it's not map hack or stream snipe, it's just high level, high MMR. But it always feels like it, that's okay, but don't take it the next level. It was over already anyway. That was the only way I could come back, which is because I know it, he would know it too. No, he just counterplayed. He counterplayed very well. Countered what I was doing. And that doesn't need to be nerfed. I feel like that's a Farseer map. I see most of chat saying it's a Blade map, but anyway, I'm a Farseer player for the most part, so even if it is a Blade map, I wouldn't be able to suddenly do it as comfortably as I have been doing Farseer. I mean, Amazonia is a Farseer map for sure, and Cooper still won against Happy today with Blade. I think X-Lord and 120 are not far from each other in level. But then I haven't played against 120, so I cannot judge as well. If I was practicing for a tournament and I had those two games, I would evaluate both of them as a loss. Not 1-1. I feel like fast fiends don't care at all about level 1 wolf harass orcas, which is why I haven't been doing it. Maybe you still slow them down, maybe that's still good. I have done it a few times recently. Maybe it's still the best to do. I got the Watcher ward, like I feel like it was very good. Maybe the second Watcher wasn't as important. And then he capitalized on my absence at home to harass me. Yeah, the value of Farseer against Undead is fast creeping. That's true, see it? That's the main value. Fast creeping. And more units early game than Blade. Yeah, maybe I should have only gone for the closer Watcher ward and then start scouting to see what he's doing. I think actually I have not been putting scouting as a premium against Undead. I just kind of do my own thing. And I pay the price for it. Right? So I'm the one that gets group jacked. Maybe I need to do more scouting. It's just that any piercing army player, like me and him, the moment someone starts a camp, it's also finished. So you have to be very clean with your scouting in order to be able to do anything at all to stop someone. Yeah, you need raiders to stop things from flying away, especially destroyers screwing. Huh. I found my trail on Last Refuge Hill. Wait, isn't this a Demon Hunter player or not? Yeah.
We're under attack! Yes, Master. I am yours. Yes! Are you hero and obey? Master? Swobu. Oh, hey, yes! What task is there? Hey, are you hero and obey? Excellent choice. Hey, are you hero and obey? Yes! Excellent choice. Hey, work complete. Are you hero and obey? Excellent choice. Not enough mana. Yes, Lord. Hey, work complete. To my brain. Yes, Lord. What do you want? What task is there? Excellent. Under attack. Hey. Ah. Are you hero and obey? Oh, I am yours. Yes, haste to my brain. Oh. Excellent choice. Yes, excellent. Haste to my blade. Are you hero and obey? Yes, sir. Yes, are you hero and obey?
Detours.
Good party there. Excellent. I am yours. Yes, yes, Lord. I am yours. Are you hero and obey? Oh, what task is there? Double. Yes, Lord.
Crushing it. 8 AP. I don't really, yeah, I don't want to stack AP. To Stam? I'm not here yet. I just love Spirit. Love that Spirit. If you jump off this, do you zone out? Assume out there. I can't do shit. Oh, game distance, please.
If you just do exclamation point UI, you'll get a video to it. How to set it all up, brother. Brooklyn, between Clinton Hill and Prospect Heights. So Brooklyn, I don't know too much about Brooklyn, my man. Brooklyn, for me, because I lived on the Upper East Side in New York, right? So people in Brooklyn, they think the Upper East Side is like rural. They think it's like where people go to die, the Upper East Side. You know, anything above Midtown is considered rural countryside to the people in Lower Manhattan and Brooklyn. You know, all the cool kids go to Brooklyn to party. All the cool kids go to, you know, Lower Manhattan, go to East Village, go wherever. But for me, like, Brooklyn is so far away from you in Upper East Side. I didn't go there too much, except when people invited me to stuff. I would go to a party or something. I went to Milk a couple times. That's really good. So I don't know too much about Brooklyn, man. But Midtown spots and, you know, just spots in Manhattan, I can get some recommendations. So I won't go to Brooklyn then? Yeah, Brooklyn's cool. It's too, like, I don't know. I like the Upper East Side because it's old time. It's a Frank Sinatra feel a little bit still. You know, you still have that a bit of that old style feeling of New York there. Brooklyn is kind of like cyberpunk. I don't know how you describe it. It's like grimier, edgier. You know, there's like graffiti and there's like hipsters and they're walking around and everything's all kind of hip or whatever. You gonna play SL? Oh, Shadowlands. Oh, Shadowlands? Probably not. Probably not. The fact that they don't support oh, yeah. I had to plead the fifth there. I sort of multi-box, but not really. Just put my wife on follow and switch back and forth between comps doing quests. I don't consider this the same as, say, people with 5 tunes all shooting things and whatnot. yeah, I mean, just ban it, guys. I just hope they just make it against TOS. Because you can't really even hate on the people too much for multi-boxing right now, because the rules are what they are. Blizzard has that ability to set the TOS to whatever they want to be, and changing it so there's no multi-boxing allowed doesn't really like affect the spirit of the game. It's not really like a change. But 16 unit leaders, I don't think they ever will. Feels bad, man.
Speak, friend.
Yo, tell me if I'm crazy though, guys. Like, if I'm crazy and if I'm not thinking about it right, like, let me know. Like, am I overreacting with the multi-box shit? It saps the life force out of me, like, to the point where it makes me not even want to. I make these TBC guides and then I remember there's multi-boxing and I'm just like, fuck, dude. Back to hardcore. Bots are ruining the game, yeah, but it's still not even close to me as multi-boxing. Multi-boxing is like,
Stay away.
I feel like they make more money on multi, so they said meh. But still, I mean, they're like $1 billion company. They probably make bank no matter what, so they really need like a few extra grand. Bots are way worse than multi-boxing? How come? How is it worse than it? Don't hate the player, hate the game. Exactly. Blizzard sets the meta. They say it's allowed, right? So the thing is, you can work your ass off and get full High Warlord, rank 14 gear, and just basically achieve your childhood dream. Be sitting here, High Warlord, all this good stuff, and then just go out into the world and get one-shotted by level 60, you know, like level 50 mages or something, you know, like just fire blasted. We're farming gold or whatever. Like, can you in good conscience farm gold in like the as one character in the honest way? Like, can you just do an unironic Maradon run where you go get mushrooms and sell the ghost mushrooms or anything anymore? A part of me would feel like this would just be so much better if I was multi-boxing this. But then it's where you draw the line, right? Like when you're playing an RTS game like StarCraft. Does your strong multi-boxing feeling affect your view of Jerome? Nah, man, it's like, you can't hate the player, you hate the game, right? Blizzard set the meta for what it is. Like, they can control that if multi-boxing is allowed or not. It's allowed, so he's just playing the game in a legit way. There's nothing against TOS than what he's doing. And if other people are doing it, it's that question you gotta ask yourself. If everybody else is doing it, you know, am I gonna do it? So, you know, he's playing on a PvP server. He has to deal with people trying to stream snipe him probably. He probably has enemies or whatever. You always make them. So, I think it's just Blizzard just needs to make it against TOS. Or at least comment on it. What if they at least just commented on it? And then I would shut my big mouth. They just say, alright, Cargos, this is above your pay grade. This is why multi-boxing is here. Bam! Oh, talent point. I'm 10? Oh, sick. Yo, thanks, man. Sorry, I'm kind of spaced out right now. I'm gonna go get my skills then. Not bad. Alright, we going arms, right, boys? Imp Rend, let's go. I know it always triggers people going Imp Rend, but it's not my opinion. It's the Fight Club's opinion. Rend, best damage per rage. Up until your mid-30s. Once I start, yeah. All this may have something to the fact that you multi-boxed before, giving you that missing out feeling, but yeah, multi-boxing is whack as fuck. It's just something that brings literally no good things to the game, I think. Yeah. Agreed, man. I mean, should someone be able to go out and just one-shot frost giants in Winter Spring? At that point, it's like... I'll shut up about it now. You guys know how I feel about the multi-boxing. I hope that they change it one day. But the good news is that we have a recourse. It sucks when you have no recourse. But we have a recourse, guys. I want to remind you on a more positive note. Hardcore dodges all of those bullets, if you think about it. The mage pulling, boosting meta dodges that bullet. Multi-boxing dodges that bullet. Everything gets dodged with hardcore. That's why it's so nice. And just even the stress of having a raid, or the stress of whatever, hardcore is just, it has none of that. Okay, what did I get? Ren 2, Blood Rage. 50 armor? Pretty good. That's why hardcore is so great. Yeah. Blizzard needs Iron Mode to develop more rapid phasing and more true to vanilla progression on fresh servers as a norm. We'll see what they do with TBC, man. They definitely learned some stuff from Classic. We all have, right? All learned something from Classic. We'll see what they do.
Go forth to victory.
I think no matter how TBC shakes out, I'm gonna have fun in TBC. It's just gonna be exciting to move into the Outland with you guys, you know, with my friends. And Classic was the same way. I don't know how you guys feel about Classic. Classic, we're having a great time here, and I'm having more fun now than I did back in the day in Vanilla. I have to be balanced about this. I've had a ton of fun in Classic, but that's not to say that that opinion is mutually exclusive with having disappointments, because there was some disappointing stuff with Classic for sure, right? But it's still been a ton of fun, so we'll be all right no matter what. I just hope they what do you guys hope for TBC? What lessons do you think Blizzard could learn from TBC moving into the future? Yo, what up, Kigo? Good to see you, bro. Blizzard just make a hardcore server, no multi-boxing there, and there you go. Yeah, the funny thing I always say is, imagine Blizzard says, okay, we're not going to make multi-boxing against TOS because this is a community that has its own legs. People enjoy playing the game with multi-box. It's a unique and fun and exciting and invigorating challenge that breathes life into the game. Multi-boxing, 100%. We want to support this fledgling community, and as it grows, and there's a lot to love there. What if they made a multi-boxing server? Do you think the multi-boxers would play there? There would be some, because I've met some of you guys. Some of you guys multi-box right now in the chat. You're lurking, and I know you multi-box, and you said like, oh, I just enjoy it personally. But you guys, I do think, is the minority, right? If there was a multi-box server, shit would be like a ghost town, fam. You multi-box to get an advantage over people, for the most part. Why else do it? It's less fun to play with like 9 million windows open on your screen. They probably won't, but I reckon they should remove or nerf leatherworking drums in TBC. Yeah, I don't know enough about it. I know they're really strong for sure, but I've been getting mixed opinions on what the best professions are in TBC. I'm investigating it right now. I'm doing a bunch of TBC profession guys as we speak. After I finish up with the stream today, I'll be working on those. I leveled jewel crafting to max, like, no, maybe not to max. I did the 1 to 225 grind like these other times, trying to tinker with it. You can go pretty far. Just a quick sneak peek of the guide, I'll tell you right now. You can go pretty far into JC just with copper and silver. So if you're gonna go JC and TBC, I'm gonna give you a nice little tip right now. A nice little tip. Start stacking up silver bars, as I would say right now. I mean, copper, you'll always be able to get copper. Have some copper. You probably need like 120 copper. But get silver bars. Get like a couple hundred silver bars if you can, because they're cheap right now. Silver bars are dirt cheap, right? What do you even use that for? You're gonna go JC, get silver bars. I'm gonna give you like 100, 125 skill points just off silver bars. No jewels needed. Silver bars. Silver bars. Get silver bars if you're trying to go JC. Because I'm trying to come up with a really nice, clean, simple way to level up JC. Because I looked at the JC guys out there, they're an absolute headache. You need like 14 Shadow Dreads, 19 Malachites, 37 Moss Agates. I'm trying to keep it simple. Stick to the easy stuff. Yo, Dive, what up, dude? Dive the Warlock Shill. Good to see you, man. We're talking TBC and stuff, man. Leatherworking is the TBC nerd profession, is it? TBC sweaty plays literally everyone with leatherworking drum rotation. Damn. Is there a chance that we get the TBC guys? And because the same level of min-max and the microscope hasn't been put on TBC as it has been for vanilla, right? I mean, we've had so many private servers over the years, and there's been TBC private servers over the years too, but I think it's a fair statement to say that TBC has been less under the microscope. Is there a chance we get there and there's something horribly imbalanced by it? I don't know enough about it. Like, what is class balance looking like in PvC overall? It seems okay right now. The more and more we're learning about it. I mean, you'll see the big bumpers at the top of the raid meters can be, hunters and warlocks, and then as you get deeper into the TBC, raid tiers, you'll have some of the melee rise to the top as well. People get rogues getting warglaives and stuff. But on the PvP side, I feel like every class has a comp in 2s and 3s that they can play, right? Is there any class left out of that? Even Pally, you can play Pally Warrior. Isn't there Pally Hunter or something as well? Pally's like the odd one out, right? Shadow Priest has some love. You can do Shadow play. Hunter's insane. Rogues are amazing. Mage has RMP. Priest is insane. Shaman. What about Shaman? Is Shaman in Shadow play? What's the healer in Shadow play? It might be Shaman. Yeah, whatever. What's a good TBC arena comp with Shaman? Anybody remember? Boomkins finally stopped being a meme? Yo, be true. Actually, the best druid spec in TBC. I mean, this could be up for debate too. It's not 100% confirmed, but I've talked to some multiple lads now, and one of the best specs in TBC has Moonkin form, unironic Moonkin form. It's called Restokin. So you're primarily Resto, but you splash into balance and you get the you get Moonkin form. Pretty sick, right?
Hey Cargos, just wanted to say keep up your quality content, loving the hardcore leveling. And even started doing it myself and started to stream as well, even if the audio is scuffed half the time. You're a legend, dude. Keep at it.
Yo, Ferguson, what a nice thing to say to another human being. I really appreciate it, man. Thanks for the time. Good luck with your stream, man. Like the streaming settings or anything like that. Let me know. Yo, Donut _ rank 6 with the tier 1. Thank you very much for the continued support. The re-up, the 3 months. Appreciate it, man. I played Ellie Ret 2s. Interesting. Yo, is that good? Sounds kind of fun. Ellie Ret? You just walk, you just as soon as the gates open, you walk in there and you just try to friggin' global somebody. Sounds kind of fun. What if you would enhance Ret? Would enhance Ret be better than Ellie Ret? I don't know. What is RLS again? I forgot that. I said RLS. Congress making streamers pop in because Mark love to see it. Hell yeah. Warrior Lock Shaman. Is that RLS? Rogue Lock. Oh, yeah. Big brain. Thanks. Rogue Lock Shaman. Rogue Lock Shaman. Interesting. I guess the synergy isn't like screaming at me. What is so good about that? Rogue Lock Shaman. It sounds just like way worse than RMP. I mean, you get the Bloodlust. RLS was top notch. Lots of CC. What's WLS? Yo, I just like RMP, dude. RMP is so sick in threes. Everything's different DR. You know, Mage and Rogue works so good. Then you get the healer and you get the offensive dispels on Priest, yo. RMP is awesome, man. It's like the classic threes comp. RMP will go out of mana before RLS. But dude, Priest is just disgusting, man. What, you telling me that? That's... I just think Priest is stronger than Shaman. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not a big brain that much with PvP arena. Priest and arena guys is so gross. Shaman outlast Priest. I wouldn't care about multi-boxing. I just want to stay in my own lane, do my own thing. Well, here's the thing. Here's where multi-box does cross over, even if you're trying to stay in your own lane, right? Because a lot of people maybe are more casual. They want to raid, and just they don't care about the multi-box, right? They don't care about other people doing it. Here's where it does potentially affect you, and I would throw it out there just as food for thought, is that when you go to the auction house to go buy some consumables or just go buy whatever, everything is going to be mad expensive. So, just something to consider. Like, what if you go to... maybe some people... is anybody in that boat right now? Like, you go to the auction house, you can't afford shit because the server prices are so inflated because there's so many sweaties that are, like, multi-boxing and doing crazy stuff like that. That was starting to be the case on Scarum. Everything was mad expensive, dude. Went to go buy a demonic room, almost passed out for the price. The TBC arena system is like today's with CP. I don't know how today's works that much, but probably. Yeah, you get a rating, translates the points, spend the points. True, my server has 250% price hike. Yeah, I don't, like, how much is a flask or like a Lotus on a server right now? Has it gone up since, say, BWL? Luckily for me, I play hardcore. I never have to look at the age. That's what I'm saying. Man. When you play hardcore, it's like you can miss me with all that shit. That's the cool thing about hardcore. You really are truly in your own lane, and nothing affects you because you don't use auction house. You're like invincible to all the problems of the server. They increased the spawn rate on Lotus. Yeah, but there's no more layering too, right? So 100 gold ain't bad. That's what it was before. Ooh, chest. The bots are fly hacking to Lotus. I keep hearing about that, bro. Fly hacking. They had that back in the day. I remember my buddy Chris, who I was playing WoW with back in the day. He, yo, check this shortcut out, by the way, if you don't know the shortcut. There's another Quillboar camp in here. Look what you can do. You can parkour up this. This is big brain. Look, bam, 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 bam. But oh, this guy knew the strat too. What was I gonna say? Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn, what was I gonna say? Goldfish syndrome strikes again. This guy's gonna get greedy for the chest. Watch, 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 watch. He's gonna die. I'm not gonna let him die because he's hardcore, but watch this, watch. There's no way this ends well. Okay, he went stealth. He backed up. Oh, he knows, he knows. There's no way that ended well. Alright, come here, go first. This one first. Oh, was it flag? Yo, kosher salami for the 8 months, brother. Thank you very much, man, for the prime. Much love, dude. Love the streams, especially the lower level character solo streams. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you. I like these ones too with the regular music, man. It puts me in a nice mind state. Paladin's still alive. Oh, my buddy Chris. That's so funny. The chat can correct my goldfish syndrome. Yeah, so my buddy Chris back in the day, I played a dwarf paladin when I was playing with him, and he was playing a dwarf hunter. And I remember I came home from school. I went to his house, and he was speed hacking in the game. This is during real vanilla. There was speed hacking somehow. I don't know. He was a little prodigy. Somehow figured that out. But I remember he got banned. But he was speed hacking for like a day or like maybe 2 days, like running at like 1,000,000 speed. You know, we were little degenerates back then. You know. But that was a thing, even back in real vanilla. I guess that's all I was gonna say about it. I think we were doing that back then somehow. I don't know if it was a Game Shark or what we did. I used to speed hack too, got my friend's account deleted. Yeah. Ooh, Earth Root, that's good. Silver bar. Oh. Encroachment. Okay, Dust Runners. Okay. Script Kitties. That was one of the first accounts banned from this. Yo, anybody remember WoW Glider? That is such a funny thing that just popped in my head. WoW glider. I remember he used WoW glider, and okay. That shit made me so jelly, dude. Watching him level the WoW glider. I kind of wanted to use it better. It was like a bot. It was like the first leveling bot back in the day. Glider. Lotus prices down, Blizz increased spawn rates. Oh hell yeah, what up Brandon? Good to see you guys. Our webmaster. The maker of the merch store.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're having a really good day so far. So not only does that benefit you mentally and physically, but it benefits the people around you, the people that you love, because when they see you taking care of yourself, it's going to want to make them take care of themselves. And you know, if you're producing this positive energy and you're the people that you care about is spending time with people you love, these guys deserve to get. Alright, to working out. That I actually used to teach yoga a few years ago. It's an amazing way to reduce stress, and it really can be life-changing. I tried to practice this for a while. So creativity is pretty subjective, in my opinion. I mean, there are many forms of creativity, and for me, being creative and allowing myself to, you know, do things that I...
I forgot where the grunt went.
I see. Who you want me to kill? Shoot that in there. And where you want me to go?
Hey guys, and welcome back. This video we're gonna talk how to relax and how to de-stress. For as much as I talk about self-care, the importance of self-care, the importance of making time for yourself, the importance of taking care of yourself, the importance of sleeping early, of eating healthily, of doing all the good things that you know will be good for you. I haven't been doing any of that at all. A few days ago, I woke up with a huge kink in lower neck, upper back, right here. My range of motion was like this. When I went to sleep or when I got up after laying down, I'd either get stuck like a roly-poly or I'd have to use my hand slowly, gently lay myself down or like come up. And it's just, yeah, it's interesting how we will prolong or we will not do something that we know we should do for a long time until something like that happens, like, you know, physically. And so this video, 6 very practical self-care tips on how to go from where I was a few days ago to, you know, today. I feel like aside from the stress pimple, I think I'm doing pretty well. So let's get started. So the first thing that I do is make time for myself so that I'll be able to have time to think and to be alone in my thoughts and to have some sort of an outlet to get my thoughts out, even if it's just writing it down, even if it's just talking to myself or talking to myself in my head or actually physically talking to a person. I know that's kind of counterintuitive because you want to make time for yourself, but when you're talking to a friend about these things, like it also kind of works. When I'm really stressed, I tend to turn into the biggest hermit and I just shut off the world, I shut off people, I like to disconnect myself with people, and I'm just so stressed by myself, and I'm stressed that I'm stressing, and I'm stressed that I'm by myself stressing, and then it's just like this really mad cycle of like, and then it's not fun. So make time for yourself, and that could be in the form of writing, meditating, journaling, going for a walk, cooking for yourself, so many things, taking a bath. Something that really helps me is actually cleaning. I talk about this a lot, or taking a shower. Just mindless tasks like washing dishes or vacuuming the floor or sweeping the floor, going on autopilot. Your brain can wander and think of, okay, so why, Rowena, are you so stressed? What is it really that you've been going through? How do you feel? Are you really okay? And the most important thing with making time for yourself is we innately already all know what we can do to make ourselves feel better. But there's like a huge difference between knowing and actually doing something. I know meditating will make me feel better. I know how to meditate. I know how to journal. I know how to write down my thoughts. I know how to be alone by myself. But if I don't actually do it, then none of it matters. Same thing with how poorly I've been eating. It doesn't matter if my pantry is stocked with a bunch of superfoods and a bunch of dietary supplements and a bunch of vitamins. If I don't actually take it, it's not actually gonna help me. Again, the first thing is to make time for yourself and know that you need to actually do the things instead of just thinking about it. Growing up in society, growing up in this world today where we all have to be performing all the time, on all the time, operating at full capacity all the time, whenever we feel like we're less than that, whenever we feel that we're not good enough, and whenever we compare ourselves to other people, look at other people's lives and see how productive they are and how well they're doing, we tend to be even harder on ourselves. So I've been reading the new book by Gary Vaynerchuk, and there's a sentence in there that really stuck out to me. He mentioned the law of thermodynamics and how whatever energy you put into something will manifest itself in equal amounts when it comes out. So if you're stressed about being stressed, then you're just gonna keep being stressed. If you think you're not good enough, if you think you're not capable enough, then that's gonna be the result of what you do and how you feel and how you treat yourself. It's okay if you're stressed. It's okay that you feel not great all the time, because we're human and because it happens. So accept the fact that you're stressed and that that's okay, or accept the fact that you're not feeling the best and that that's totally fine. There's a couple ways to categorize these types of stressors and why you're stressing. I think the most straightforward one is internal or external. It could be both. So internal is expectations for yourself, voices in your head telling yourself you're not good enough, you're not whatever enough, being a perfectionist, wanting things to be done a certain way, anything internal, like voices in your head. And there's external. External could be your relationship with people, anyone, family, friends, conflicts, or it can even be something like environmental factors, a little maybe out of your control, commuting, it could be crowding, it could be pollution, anything. All of these are causes of stress. Some of them are a lot more apparent, like the voices in your head telling yourself you're not good enough, but a lot of these things are things that, like daily hassle, we don't really think of it because we're just doing. Or maybe even the voices in your head, maybe it's been just there for so long that you just kind of accept it as who you are and accept it as reality when it shouldn't be, because we should love ourselves in our head because they're not nice. So why have I been stressed? Why have I been stressed? Life changes in any form, whether it's like positive or even neutral. It's a life change, and it's a situation that makes you have to cope, makes you have to deal with, makes you have to adjust. So like any change will cause some sort of stress. And this is a good place to say that stress in moderate amounts is good. We need it to survive. Ever since, you know, our ancestors, when they're hunting and gathering, like you need stress. But too much stress is not a good thing. So there's two ways people tend to manage stress. The first we're going to talk about is defensive coping, and defensive coping is exactly as it sounds. It's very reactive. You usually distract yourself and you usually divert the attention of the stress to be like, I'm stressed, but I'm gonna drink. I'm stressed, but I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna avoid it. I'm gonna go party or watch Korean dramas because that's effective. Usually defensive coping comes at a cost, because instead of dealing and managing, you're just pushing it aside to deal with at a later time, and it usually compounds and grows into this giant mountain of stress that one day it'll crush you and you'll be like, oh, why am I so stressed? It's like, duh, because you're putting it out. Aggression, regression, avoidance of problems, which is like withdrawing yourself from social situations, any situation. Self-deception, which can be rationalizing why it's okay that you're feeling this way, or just complete denial of the fact that like, oh yeah, no, I'm fine, like I'm fine. And then there's active coping. Rational evaluation of our capacities to manage stressors as best we can and planning efficient ways to cushion its impact. And let's just move on to the fifth point, because we will talk about ways of active coping. We kind of talked about this in the first section, where there's a huge difference between knowing and actually doing. So this is the doing. The active coping, the being proactive, the playing offense versus playing defense, the doing the things that we know will make us feel better and will make us more chill and not as stressed. I categorize my stressors into 5 categories. I'll like identify what it is and then what I'm going to do to help myself do better. First thing is relationship with my work and time on the computer.
If you are not taking care of yourself, you are going to be a bit crap and your life is going to be a bit crap. Your brain will feel foggy, you'll have lower energy levels, you'll have inconsistent moods, you'll be nastier to yourself and the people around you. You'll struggle to focus and you'll become very self-centered. Self-care usually talks to the things that I've talked about before. Drinking enough water, very important. Getting in your nutrition, getting enough sleep. But in this video, I wanted to talk about 5 underrated and undervalued self-care activities that, if you integrate them into your day-to-day life, will significantly improve your life. For the most part, these are things that I've been trying to focus on this year, and every time I find myself focusing on them and making sure that I'm integrating them into my life has been better for it. Self-care activity number 1 is to plan in high quality connection time. Earlier in my life, I thought that socializing was a nice waste of time. Seeing friends and connecting people was great, but it also was a distraction to doing things. It was just an interruption. Over time, I have had a radical shift in thinking on that front. Now I think that planning in time with friends and family is one of the most important self-care activities that you can plan into your life. At some point in my life, I started paying a lot more attention to what lifted me up and what brought me down. I started connecting my feelings with the activities that I was doing and the people that I was hanging out with in my days. And consistently, I found that spending high quality time with a good friend, having a really good conversation, would uplift me so freaking much. High quality connection is usually one-on-one for me. It's in a space where I feel comfortable, a space where I feel like I can talk about my thoughts and feelings and not be judged. Connection to me is as essential of a self-care activity as exercise and eating well. And even though that's based on how I feel when I connect with people, it's also backed by research. One landmark study showed that social connection is a greater determinant to health than obesity, smoking, and high blood pressure. It can strengthen your immune system, help you to recover from sickness faster, and lengthen your life. Feeling low in social connection makes you more vulnerable to anxiety, depression, and antisocial behavior. Connection in that sense doesn't necessarily mean having lots of conversations in your week and spending lots of social time. You can have 100 friends and still feel very disconnected. Connection is much more about how you feel internally, whether you feel like you are understood, whether you feel like you are part of something. But I do think that one way of building that sense of connection is having those high quality conversations and planning in regular time to see people. A quote that I wrote down the other day was, "Sustained proximity is the best route to the soul of someone." Self-care activity number 2 is having difficult conversations. Difficult conversations are necessary for a good life, and they are an essential self-care activity. If you aren't having difficult conversations with your partner, maybe your family, your friends, about things like your boundaries, your needs in your relationships, then your life will be worse off for it, guaranteed. In my relationship, we've actually recently introduced a forum for difficult conversations just to make them easier to have in the form of a weekly marriage meeting. We've been doing this for nearly 2 months now. We usually sit down, list out all the things that we're grateful for about each other. We talk chores, we plan in a date night, which is one of my favorite parts, and we also raise problems and challenges. It's pretty much planned time to have difficult conversations. The way that I'm learning to approach anything that is difficult is through the non-violent communication method. It starts with an observation. For example, when I get home and see the dishes on the sink, then it moves into how you feel. So I feel overwhelmed and frustrated because I really need/value having a clean space for my mental health. Then it moves into, would you be willing to? So put your dishes away in the dishwasher next time. If difficult conversations is something that you struggle with, I highly recommend reading about the nonviolent communication method. I'm certainly not an expert in relationships, relationship building, solving problems, but that book has been game-changing for me. With difficult conversations, sometimes you get what you want. Sometimes you absolutely don't get what you want. Despite how delicately you approach it, you get a poor reaction. Regardless of the outcome, I think that difficult conversations are necessary because of how they make you feel and how they set you up to have more difficult conversations in the future. If you're not raising your problems, they will come out in other ways. You'll be more reserved when you speak to a person. You might have more passive-aggressive tendencies. You might make little remarks just as jabs because of this underlying issue that you haven't brought up. Difficult conversations definitely aren't an exciting or nice self-care activity. They're definitely not comparable to a bubble bath, but I think that they are an essential self-care activity in your life. Self-care activity number 3 is thinking time. You know, when you have a problem in your life, maybe there's something weird happening with a friend, or you have a big decision to make, or you just feel really gross about how you left a conversation with your family, but instead of doing anything about it, you just kind of avoid it. And whenever your mind drifts to that thing that you're struggling with or that problem, it does a little dance over it and moves straight towards something far more pleasant to think about. So I, being the imperfect human being that I am, have absolutely experienced this. My brain is great at dodging things that are difficult. It does bloody split leaps over hard decisions. And it loves to move straight towards the easy stuff like answering emails or uploading videos of my cat on the Instagram. If you are always avoiding thinking about your problems, your struggles, and your decisions, it will lead to procrastinating and losing out on important opportunities. Big decisions will be made for you because you didn't make a decision at all, and words that you should have said will be left unsaid. And this is where I would suggest implementing thinking time into your life. The next time you notice yourself avoiding a thought, avoiding a feeling, avoiding a decision, instead of dipping right out, decide that you are going to schedule in time to just think on that thing. I have a video that I made recently where I talked about what I usually do in my intentional thinking time. I'm gonna have that linked up here.
So your nails have grown quite a bit on this one here.
Yes.
Well,
I don't understand it, but my nails actually grow very.
And how's your diet? Do you eat quite well?
Yes, I eat.
You do? Okay, because that also plays.
Exercising too a lot. So.
Okay. And you've recently been on holiday too, which means you've had lots of vitamin D, which can also help the nails grow and your hair too. So,
Well,
so
that's
2 in
very
1.
promising.
Right, so I'm going to use the antibacterial first. You do have certain aspects where the nails grow particularly long over there, and you have the hard skin that's building up on the ridges, including on the big toe and on that side. I can see that you have a bit of bruising there on the toenail. Do you
that's
remember?
a bruising. Oh.
Like just a little bit over there, but you can see how the white part here is looking a little bit more fungal related. Okay?
Okay.
Just a little bit. And you can see how these ones here just look a little bit more yellowish compared to this nice healthy one that you can see over
actually,
here.
I can notice that even in that height. Yes, I can see the yellowish.
And also the way that the nail is growing, so it's kind of growing more upwards, it's lifting off from the upper aspect here, which also shows that there was a sign of trauma over the years. So footwear, something compressing on it, and that kind of changes the way that the nail kind of would grow later on in life. Do you recall playing any sports, or doing anything?
I may have had some bad shoes.
That would do it.
Okay.
That would definitely do it. So I'll be checking that. Is that okay with you?
Oh,
Yeah?
absolutely. Absolutely.
So just antibacterial.
It's a pleasure, seriously.
Oh, thank you. There we go.
I realise I need some, my feet need some attention.
Slightly cold. Right, so I'm just putting another antibacterial on here. And what this does is just going to help release any sort of debris or stuck hard skin that goes underneath. And it just makes it a little bit easier for it to remove, but we're still not using any anesthetic or anything else with that. Is that okay?
That's very good. Thank you very much.
That's okay. Great. So I'm just going to check to see how much space we have underneath. There we go. How's that feeling? Is that okay?
That feels fine. Absolutely. No problem.
And how does it feel inside of your shoes when your toenails are so long?
Scratchy.
Scratchy. That's a good way of putting it. So you can see that sort of debris coming off there. Is that okay with you?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. You will let me know if it's uncomfortable at any point, won't you?
At any point.
No, I expect you to. There we go.
No, it's fine. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Great. And how short do you like your nails?
Short.
Short?
Please.
Fine. So I'm going to just start off with your healthiest nail here and then work my way across the end, and I will come to the big toe at the end there.
Sure, that's a major one.
Is that your favorite?
Today's video is full of awesome impacted toenail cleaning. I've added some slow motion shots for your viewing pleasure, a holiday special announcement, and a poll because I want you to pick a color and polish Bruce's toenails in his next video. I'm not going to talk your head off today, just good old relaxation and satisfaction of toenail cleaning on Mr. Meticulous's pussies, so stay tuned. I'm Lori Holloway, known as the Meticulous Manicurist on YouTube and an expert in the field of nail technology, specializing in pedicures. Today I'm going to show you how to transform. It's always a surreal moment when I have a client from out of state visit me, but really special when they come back for a second time. My goal is to make a positive impact on the appearance of their nails to ensure there is never buyer's remorse. In today's video, you'll see how her nails have progressed over the past year and a half and learn how to achieve results fast. So stay tuned. I'm Lori Holloway, known as the Meticulous Manicurist on YouTube and an expert in the field of nail technology, specializing in pedicures. A couple cups before 11 o'clock, and then that's all. That's all I have for the whole day. It's like after a certain time of the day, it just makes your mouth taste awful. And I'm like, look, gross. Yeah, I think they look way better. Good. If you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe and turn on your notifications in case you are chosen as the winner in the random comment game. Just relax your foot and I'll wrap it. Yeah.
And I was like, well,
yeah. Because
but yeah, I can't take that oral medication. I could, but I'm afraid to because it's really hard on the liver.
yeah. You already did some of my job for me. Here I'm using the Meticulous Manicurist toenail nippers to trim the toenails. If you're wondering why I don't use toenail clippers, I do have a video for that. So you can look in my video list or search for why I don't use nail clippers. Oh, good.
And I brought my husband this time, so that's really nice.
Oh, good.
We go to a Latin Catholic mass.
It's time to thin out this nail. I always use the nail mycosis solution to prevent the dust from flying up into the air. Here I am blending the front portion of the nail that is still thick to the back portion that has new nail growth. The nail should be as thin as possible without cracking or bending because you don't want it to break, but you do want the nail mycosis to be able to soak into the nail plate and get rid of the affected area to make it go away. And that being said, the nail mycosis does not penetrate into nail polish. So if you wear nail polish on your toenails, it is going to take much, much longer for any kind of nail fungus to go away. You need to leave your toenails clear so the product can soak in. Yeah, I never know what color to wear, so I'm kind of boring. I stick with either purples or silvers.
Yeah, I've seen some of the purple ones. They're really nice. I love the sparkly ones.
Yeah, me too. But my nail polish line, I just released it last Tuesday. And now I'm gonna start, I was gonna do my nails this weekend. Of course, I had a million other things I had to, unexpected that I had to take care of. But I'm gonna do them, I took a couple days off after Christmas. So I'm gonna do my nails and then polish them with normal polish.
Days off right after the holiday are such a good idea. Because the hustle and bustle is done.
Yes. I need to get caught up on all of my paperwork for the year-end taxes. I have to get all of the girls' W-2s and stuff done, and it just stresses me out to start the new year with all of that hanging over my head. January 2nd, I always give them their W-2. For those of you waiting for our electric file to be back in stock, as of today, it has been shipped, so by the time this video publishes, it should be in stock, so you can check back. And visit academy.themeticulousmanicurist.com for the electric file training and techniques course to ensure you're using the machine properly and to avoid injury. So it wasn't too hard to transition into doing all of my own paperwork. And at one point, I thought, you know what, I am going to hire this out. And then I went and talked to an accountant, and I was like, oh, you've got to be joking me. The price tag that he put on it, I'm like, no way. And then I still had to keep everything organized and provide him the numbers, and I'm like, wait a second, if I still have to do all of this organization, what in the world am I paying you for? No. So.
You have to be really good at all kinds of math
No, it's just entering numbers into the software. You have to understand. Yeah, that's what the hard part is. Keeping your tax tables updated and days of the month. You know, you have so many days after the first of the month to pay your Social Security and federal withholding and Medicare, and then you have so many days to pay your sales tax, and then you have so many days to pay your unemployment tax. So
The bit that I'm using is the ceramic cross-cut medium fine bit. We do have one in medium coarse. If someone isn't familiar or having a bit used on their toes before, it's best to start with fine bits because the vibration is less and it makes them much more comfortable while you're using it on their feet. They don't get as tense. And the ceramic creates less heat, so it's much more comfortable for them.
yeah, the good way to measure that is, you know, feel it with your fingernail. Make sure there's still a little bit of hard keratin there. And then just not leave a tiny bit of color. Don't file off all of that darkened area. And if I see you next year at Christmas time, it'll all be gone.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. Maybe summertime. Who knows?
Yeah.
Every time
How old is she now? Okay.
She does pretty good for 7 years. Just as energetic as she's ever been. And sometimes she still thinks she can get up on the roof and
What?
is energetic and able to do that if she falls.
Oh, yeah.
The consequences of that are too great.
Well, sometimes you don't even have to fall. You can just twist something.
So it's really nice to be here. We got here on Friday in the afternoon.
And the weather is going to be fabulous for you while you're here. It's going to be in the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, so it's going to feel like Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because we have really cold spots, 40 degrees. In Tucson, it was for a couple days at least. In the early morning and late night. In the daytime, it was 60. But then at night, you know, we had to think, oh, is it going to freeze? And we have to cover our rose bushes, which is rare to have to think about that.
Right.
And last February, it was very rare, but we had it stays for a while up in the mountain.
Yeah.
But down where we are, it'll last a couple hours and then melt. Just enough to say, oh, how pretty, and then a mess.
And not have to get out the snow shovel.
Yeah. But then it's hard to tolerate the hot summer.
Yeah, I'm sure the air is so dry.
Yes, it is.
Let's straighten all the way out. You can just rest your foot. How old is your daughter now?
She's 20 now.
Oh. Is she going to school?
Yep, she's going to college. Right now she's in community college because she's not sure what she wants to do. And I said, well, I'll pay for your college, but I'll pay for community college until you know what you want to do.
Yep. Evan doesn't know what he wants to do either, so he's going to a community college.
Which is better anyway, because she'll have to do at least some student loans if she goes to university. So might as well get the prerequisites a lot cheaper.
That's right.
Hi. Huh? Wow. Hmm. Hold on.
ProMedica is introducing a new blueprint for health and wellness in Lenawee County coming this fall. The ProMedica Charles and Virginia Hickman Hospital is a state-of-the-art medical facility that is nestled on 130 acres of land on M52. The hospital features 40 medical surgical beds, 10 critical care beds, 4 operating rooms, 8 labor and delivery rooms, full diagnostics, and more, all ready to serve you. ProMedica, quality care close to home. For more information, contact us at promedica.org/Hickman Hospital.
Your eyes are the windows to your health. When was the last time you had them examined? Millions of people in the U.S. have undetected vision problems and eye diseases that can cause vision loss and even blindness. Because many eye diseases have no early warning signs or symptoms, many people are affected without even noticing it. That's why it's important to get a
I said I'm back. Mm-hmm. Who? Oh. I just didn't hear you. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I didn't say anything. I was looking at something. Stop. There's this nice house on McKinsey for $89. What? What? What do I say? You called me. Stop, no. Are we going to get another St. Bernard? Oh, I feel safer. I'm just saying, I feel safer.
I used to think that, you know, people really cared about where you got your degree. I got older and started hiring people myself. You know, it really doesn't matter to a lot of people where you got the degree. It just matters that you have it.
Well, and that you understand and have your skill set.
Absolutely. So I never asked anybody in an interview, where did you get your degree? She's okay with it, so she hates math, but she was saying to my mom the other day, I'd really like to do something legal, but I don't want to go to law school. And I was like, well, what about paralegal or accounting? You know, you get a little bit of tax law. And she's like, I don't like math. I was like, I don't think that you have to really do algebra and, you know, all of that complicated calculus and stuff like that to do accounting.
No.
So I'll have to tell her that. It's like, I think you have to know tax law and stay up to date with all of the changes. And so it might be worth something.
You can put that foot back in the water.
That your son had recently graduated?
Yeah. You know, I've always tried to minimize what I put on social media, but for big moments,
Right.
I do.
I always ask Laura permission.
A couple times a year.
I ask her permission. And she doesn't even have Facebook. She's very careful about that. She doesn't like social media.
Yeah, my kids don't have it either. All right,
That's rare.
Benjamin.
That's scary. I've been worried about that ridge in my big toe.
Right here?
Yeah. And I wasn't sure if that was related to like a fungus.
No. Stuff like that's usually related to an injury that happens down in your matrix. Sometimes just age, we can get these corrugations.
Vitamin deficiencies.
Yep, when it could be a vitamin deficiency. And you don't want to ever thin this out too much, because if you thin out the top of that ridge, that's when it's gonna split.
Yeah.
It needs the strength.
I only just ever use polish on this foot.
That's good.
And a nail file. Regular old nail file for that one.
So what did you ask Santa for this year?
Well, this pedicure. No, we're not big gift givers. My husband and I just enjoy the time together.
That's nice.
And everybody kind of went in on the airfare for me to get here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. so slow. But it was an ordeal. That's why I think, you know, if I had a problem absorbing the iron, there's probably other vitamins. I had them check my vitamin D and vitamin B. Those were good. When I had to have iron infusions.
Oh my goodness. Not just here's a prenatal vitamin.
No, they put me on a heavy dose of iron, but even that wasn't working. So they said, well, we'll do an iron infusion and you should start to feel better.
Oh, wow.
It took even a couple weeks after that, and I started feeling clearer in my head. You know, I could remember things better and actually have coherent thoughts.
Oh my goodness, you have a good doctor.
Yeah.
Because that might have been written off as just depression and put on an antidepressant. Yeah.
So I will never ignore small symptoms again.
Right.
People, you know, and I'm in the healthcare field, and I should have, paid attention to that. But that's not uncommon for nurses or doctors or social workers to ignore their own.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, me too.
My goodness.
My sweet husband, he took good care of me.
Aww.
There was several weeks I couldn't do anything but just lay on the couch.
You know, this little mini buffer block is the most simple tool and also the most necessary tool, especially when doing a service like this, to remove any of the little bits and pieces left around the nail plate that are just too hard to get off with any other piece of equipment.
There's the little trim for this. Oh, right up in the pocket on the side. Up. Yeah, right to the side. Right there. Yeah.
Such a nice massage.
Are you going to do polish today? Or do you want to go? Do you want to do polish today?
Oh, yes, please.
What color would you like to do? So what, it's okay. It's on a cord.
Is it similar to what we have? I tried to get my mom to book a pedicure. She hates people touching her feet.
Really?
She's so ticklish. She can't even touch her own feet.
Oh.
Barely. Just one of the splurges for me when I come home is Tim Hortons.
Really?
Yeah. There's no Tim Hortons, and I love their coffee.
They do have pretty good coffee.
I don't like Starbucks.
I don't either. It's too... I feel like I need to scrape my tongue when I'm finished drinking it. Now, in their defense, I've only tried it like once. And I haven't tried any of their other kinds, and nothing fancy or...
They do have some fancy. I do like, they have a berry kind of drink that you can get. You can make that keto friendly.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't have any sugar in it, so it's fine.
Right,
Clean
yes.
is really good, but
Yeah, I drink weak coffee. I even put a splash of water in every cup of coffee I get. Just one, to cool it down so I can drink it quicker.
yeah.
And two, to water it down.
I didn't actually think of that. I might like it if I tried that.
can go back in the water.
Remember last time I was here, you were talking about a cruise.
Yeah, I think that's when we went on the nail cruise.
The nail cruise, yeah, that was it.
That was nice. The ship was amazing. The food was great. I met some really good friends out of the whole thing.
We see like or have a totem be a something like in the cinematic. I can't believe they never did that in any.
If they had any really good new stores open up here in the city.
Well, the cobblestone rose is always great. They've always got beautiful stuff there. Nothing really new. Well, I guess I take that back because it has been a while since I've seen you. A new cheese shop went in. And a new local Michigan-made place right next to the barber shop and Key Bank up there on the corner.
So everything in here is Michigan made?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
It's nice if you want to get a unique gift for somebody to go in there.
My mom used to always send me some dried cherries.
Mm-hmm.
I love dried cherries. I love cherries, period. Michigan cherries.
second pair. Screw came out of them, and I need to get them fixed. So I've been wearing this other pair.
Yeah, I like these glasses.
Me too.
Vogue, yeah, that's the brand. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on my second year with these frames.
Alrighty, and then at the foot. Isn't that cute?
My brother's new house. He moved from Saline to Jackson to be closer to his job because he used to go and drive back and forth every day. He and his wife decided to buy out there, and his house is so beautiful.
Aww.
We were all out there yesterday, and I got to try some of his honey because he's got bees.
Neat.
Beautiful. Movie theater in the basement.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. He built the stands, so he's got sofa recliners, the kind with you can either turn into a shelf in the middle, or you can put it back and seat 3 people.
Wow.
On the bottom, and then he built a stand so it's decked. It's really, it felt just like being in a movie theater.
So he's handy too. That's
He's very
good.
handy, yeah.
His wife's happy.
Yep. There's not much you can't do.
I had a client. She's so hilarious. I mean, she is so hilarious. And she's probably, 70 years old. And she said, Lori, I think I got a new boyfriend. And I'm like, oh, where did you meet him? And she said, yep, he's really nice and he's come over a couple of times, but I don't know how to tell him. I don't want any hanky-panky. I just want to know if he has a toolbox.
That's awesome. No hanky-panky.
Yeah, she's funny. Base coat, and then I'll go out and grab the polish.
I've had so many inquiries lately about the availability of my courses to the public. There are courses like the nail polish techniques, the tools, techniques, timing, and pricing, and the electric file course that are available for anyone to take. And the nail polish techniques course is now on special for a limited time. So if you want to have perfect nail polish application and nail polish that never chips, you should take advantage of this special.
This year, and he told me that he watches my videos because it helps him to get his mind off of other things. You know, he's gone through some stressful stuff and he has PTSD. And so I had a great idea. People are always asking me to make an ASMR video, but I don't really know what that is. So I looked into it a little bit and I had a really good idea about, because whenever I do my clients blow out, they always fall asleep. So I made this video filming myself blow drying one of my clients' hair, well, and the haircut too. I filmed the haircut too, with all of the different like sounds. And then this one's called Suddenly I See Silver. It was fun. So we're gonna have a friend over and we bought a fabulous rib roast, and Bruce is the best cook at the holidays. He rubs the meat in this rosemary thyme rub, and I mean it's just like, oh my gosh, my mouth is watering right now thinking about it. The way that he cooks the outside of the meat, you know, it turns like dark, but the inside is still